actually been involved in this pharmacy now for probably over 20 years. But about 5 years ago, developers came along and bought the site. We were in a lease, but were given notice to move out. So we were able to get hold of a temporary accommodation at Portakabin and moved into that for a few years while they redeveloped this site. But that gave us a lot of time and opportunity to consider the new contract as it was 3 years ago and how we could implement it best. It's actually a two-storey pharmacy, and we've got 300 square metres, or just over 3,000 square feet on the ground floor, and we've an upstairs which is mainly used for a second dispensary and staffings as well as consulting rooms, and that's about 2,500 square feet. We also have a very good counter business, and one of the business decisions we made early on was not to give up any of our counter business. We've now employed 35 staff. Mixture of full-time and part-time staff. We try and run with 2 pharmacists on at any time, and that's from a bank of 7 of us who rotate. We've actually changed as well and put a non-pharmacist manager in charge of the main shop, while Mike runs after the dispensary. At the minute we're providing hypnotherapy, counselling, podiatry and chiropody. We've a well woman's clinic, we've got a massage, and we've got sports physiotherapy. We can scan a script at the start of the process on reception, and by the time it comes through to the dispensary to be dispensed, all the information's there and you're not waiting for that delay for the information to come down. It's also been able to integrate fully with the robot system. So as we're labelling, the robot goes away and starts picking the drugs immediately. This has all helped to make a smoother dispensing process. I think the main reason why we've gone for the IT is to give an integrated service, so that we can sit down in a consulting room and discuss the medication of the patient. And if there needs to be changes, that can be made and sent through to the doctor's surgery. Ultimately, having an upstairs dispensary and a robot has enabled us to give us much more ground floor to the new services that we've brought in and to retain the retail profit. Category M has hit quite hard recently, and we don't feel as pressurised by that because we're bolstered well with a good counter trade. Everybody loves the pharmacy, bar for the fact that some people actually think it's a bit more like an airport. But we believe it's just modern and trendy, and over time they'll get used to it. We've designed the pharmacy around the white paper. The challenge for us is still to get the staff changed, to get the staff involved. We have done Investors in People, and we continue to do training. With 35 staff around, it's very difficult to keep them encouraged and motivated, and to get the pharmacists changed from the old way of just checking and getting out and talking to patients all of the time. I think very much the primary importance is a good IT system, and there are some very, very good systems out there at the minute. It's critical that you look at what you want from it and make sure that it can deliver that, and also that the company is robust and reliable for the future. I am so encouraged by the white paper. It's just, I think if we had got to write our own white paper, it would be 99% there. There will be difficulties and challenges in delivering those. Very much, I think the Department of Health and PSNC have a massive challenge in terms of cost and delivery of the expectations, and hopefully the expectations of pharmacists to be involved. There are big problems around PCTs and how both independents and multiples work with PCTs to deliver some of the services that the Department of Health would like us. We believe what we've done here will enable those services to be delivered easier, not just with the consulting rooms but also the treatment rooms, and by taking away the manual aspects of the finding of the drugs and handing that over to a robot. We get the ACTs involved in checking, so that relieves the pharmacist to go and be involved in the MURs or the chlamydia testing or the EHCs. And so without the robot, we could never have enabled that.